Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Today, Patrice O'Neal talk about men wanting to prove themselves. Let's get into it.
She's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
All right, I knew this was going to happen. All right, Jeff made a real valid point before.
Okay.
The man should not need validation.
True.
We went through the whole validation
Now,
thing.
ask Jeff to expand on
it
that.
It has to come from within. If you
True.
need someone to make you happy, you're going to be hurt when it's gone.
Absolutely.
But the word wasn't validation. It was something else, Jeff.
Outside validation. It doesn't matter how many people tell you you're amazing, you're wonderful, whatever. It has to come from inside.
True.
My personal experience was I was a very severe stutterer. I don't know if I ever told you that. I was a very severe stutterer until I was in my second year of college.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I couldn't even say my name. And it's kind of a long story, but what happened was, like, I ran for president of my college because I figured
Confidence cured it a little?
Well, no, it didn't cure me, but it taught me a lesson. I thought if I could win the election, I wouldn't have to stutter anymore because it would show me that people like me, because you can't win an election.
So the stuttering was some mental shit. Stuttering is always mental, right?
Shit. Yeah, yeah, and it's funny because now I work with people and I teach stutterers that they don't have to stutter. That's just a side thing that I enjoy doing because it's important to give back.
There's a motherfucker named Big A on.
But
yeah, you need
might
to
have to
talk
help
to
that
Big A.
nigga. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, but what's interesting was that it taught me a lesson that I won the election. I'm president of the school, and of course I still stuttered because it had to do with how I felt about myself.
Is there any stuttering still alive in you, or that shit is just gone?
But it could happen in a minute. I think of it all the time. I don't allow myself to stutter. It's
it's some self-conscious bullshit or something.
Yeah. It's just how I feel in certain situations. It could happen at any moment, but I don't allow it to. It's the power of your mind.
All right.
And it's a thing that I've worked out.
But how does that apply to, let's say, guys? Because again, we're trying to help.
Well, if you allow people, if you depending on women to make you feel good about yourself, it's not going to work. Your happiness has to come from you. If you're happy with yourself, then you can be happy with someone else.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. We're not out here seeking validation from women for our self-esteem. In fact, that's what women do, and that's why they're so miserable. They're miserable because they don't have, a lot of them, I mean, and especially in 2023, a lot of them don't have self-esteem. They don't, like, they can't go, I'm a great person, and if nobody tells them that they're a great person, then they'll feel that they're not a great person. They can't just be like, no, I'm great, and even if you don't tell me, I don't care. I know I'm great. You see what I'm saying? That thing is lost on most women in 2023, for sure. And men, we're not out here in relationships seeking validation from girls. It's nuts, guys.
Which is where the confidence is.
You know what it is? We go through life like a letter C, looking for the other C to make the whole, to make a compliment.
I don't think guys do, dude.
They do it without knowing. That's why they're so frustrated.
I think guys go out. I think we build differently. Women build from the top down, and men build from the bottom up.
That's actually exactly true, and I'm going to talk about it. But let's do the shilling, okay? Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Go to my Patreon and subscribe. Patreon.com/theheliosblog. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M. Shout outs to them. Just hit them more. It's under the video. Alright, shilling is over. So again, what Patrice said is women build from the top down, men from the bottom up. The idea is this. Men start off with zero value in life. Men start off with zero. And for a man to become valuable, he must become. You have to become confident. You have to become competent. You have to become good at things. You get absolutely nothing for just existing. Women get things for just existing. Just for reaching the age of 16 or 18 or whatever, it depends on the girl. Once they reach that age, they get validation from men, they get attention from men, they get everything they want, their life on a silver platter, and they have to invest that properly. For a man, if you don't work on yourself, if you don't try to become competitive and superior to other men, you get Literally zero. I don't mean a little bit. You get nothing.
We build from sex up, and women build from.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But wait a minute, women build from who you are down to sex. Like, sex is the lowest part of the relationship to them, and sex is on the front end. It's an important part to us. But I'm saying, I don't think guys go out to look for validation from women. I think
absolutely not. They don't. What men go and look for is bedroom fun, because that's what men want. Because again, think about biology, right? Men want to reproduce with as many girls as possible, right? So obviously bedroom fun is important. Fast bedroom fun is important. Bedroom fun with as many girls as possible is important. The only time men compromise on this is when they, in their opinion, have found a particularly good girl and they are interested in actually taking care of offspring. But doing that is actually compromising a man's biological imperative. A man's biological imperative is polygamy. It's to have as many girls at the same time and impregnate them, or, spreading the seed. Going from girl A to B to C to D and having a kid with all of them and not taking care of any of them, right? So men are R-selected that are highly successful. Women are K-selected. So K-selected means they raise one kid or two or three, whatever, and no more, right? A man could have 1,000 kids in a year if he was able to. A woman can have one. And that's the difference, right? The strategies are different. And this is why, like what Patrice says is actually very wise about men building from bedroom fun up. So a man, at least one with self-respect, won't even consider a girl for a relationship until they've had bedroom fun. Because a girl has to give something in order to get in the guy's good graces. She has to convince him to want to be in a relationship. She has to convince him to be monogamous, right? Because a man is foregoing his own bedroom fun strategy, his own life strategy, to be monogamous. So he'd better receive good compensation for that, or else then the monogamy doesn't continue, or at least that should be the attitude.
We are attracted to women, and I think we want them on the lowest common form. It's not looking to be validated. It's looking like, I just want this woman. And then here's how we love.
But
and
we
this
want to
is
be understood. That's what we're, and that's what I get angry at. That's what I get angry.
Sex is only...
Women are not looking to be understood. They don't care about that. That is false. This is just virtue signaling. The girl is saying, look at what a great person I am. I value being understood. But that's not what women are looking for. Women are looking for a superior man to be in a relationship with. And when I say relationship, I mean monogamous. So he doesn't sleep with any other girl. He chooses to sleep only with her when he could sleep with 1,000 girls. He chooses only her, chooses to have children with only her, chooses to take care of only her, and takes care of only her for the rest of her life. That is what women want. And he has to be a superior. He has to be the man that other men want to be and other women want to be with, and he chooses not to be with them. This is the plot of like every romance novel out there. The basic plot is exactly that. The man who can destroy any other man, the man who is more cocky, more badass, more strong, more successful, a prince, a king, a god, whatever. That guy chooses the average girl to marry, date monogamously, or marry, I already said marry, have her children only and take care of only her. That is their fantasy. No, they don't care if they're understood. If they get that, the guy could not give a damn about her. If he's fulfilling her strategy, she doesn't care.
I feel like I'm misunderstood.
Sex is only low on the woman's totem pole because our society makes them feel that way.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's because sperm is cheap and eggs are expensive. It's not a social construct. It's biology. Women value the seed of only the best men. And when they have that best man, they're very incentivized to keep him. And so a man who's never experienced genuine love, he's going to think that girls don't care about bedroom fun. But they actually do. They care very much about it. And they care about using it as a tool to keep that guy interested. You better damn believe that they do that.
Well,
but they control the product.
Right, they control it, but they control it more because society makes them feel
it's
that
like
way.
drug dealers, right?
No, they don't control it because society makes them do it. It's not about social contracts, it's about biology. It's absolutely like illicit substance dealers. Absolutely, yes. Women use bedroom fun to fulfill their biological imperative, and that is without a doubt. All relationships are a trade. Women trade bedroom fun for protection, provisioning, and good genes, ideally, right? Now, if a woman can't get protection, provisioning, and good genes from the same man, what they'll do is they follow their dualistic mating strategy, which is the following. When I'm 18 to 23 in my absolute biological prime, I'm going to have a child with a superior genetics man. I will have his child. Then I will use my bedroom fun to attract a lower genetic quality man to pair up with me, and I'm going to get him to raise the superior genetic stock of the first man. That also is possible. Now, women wouldn't prefer this strategy. It's more risky for them, but they would prefer that infinitely over having a child with a weak man. The child with the top man is the priority. And if they have to sacrifice a man to do it, they will do it. Because their bedroom fun strategy is paramount. Now, for men, if men have lots of options easily coming to them, oftentimes they don't commit. But if they do choose to commit, they'll commit to the absolute best girl they can. And when I say best, I mean 18 to 23. She's going to be fit, feminine, submissive, cooperative, and bedroom fun loyal. She's going to have a very low end count, like 0 to 5, maximum 5, let's say, but usually lower than 5. And then he might commit. By the way, guys, statistics are in. In a marriage, the failure rate of a marriage where the girl has 0 partners before that marriage, the failure rate is 10%. 1 in 10. Every partner she gets makes the likelihood much higher. I believe it tops out at 7+. So if she's had 7 or more, then the failure rate of the marriage is 60%. They did the statistics. They ran the study. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're thinking about marriage in the West, like there's some girls that have an end count of 7 at 15 years old in 2023. By the time they get to 18 to 23 or whatever, 28 or 35, when they want to marry you, their end count is like 100. Think about what that does for the stability of a marriage.
No,
but drug dealers, who gets more respect? Drug dealers, or the people who use them? The drug dealers essentially get more. Women are dealing pussy.
Control. Yeah, exactly.
And men are like, please give me. And women are like, get away, you fucking junkie, from my pussy.
That's very accurate. In fact, if a girl feels that you're too desperate to get her bedroom fun, she's going to not choose you. That's one of the tells that you're a beta male, right? That's one of the tells that you're in the bottom 95% of men. If you, as a man, are too desperate, you like her attention too much from the beginning, you give it too much respect, you give it too much credit, you try to please her too much, you put her on a pedestal, all of that signals to the girl that you are not a competitive man. A man who is competitive, who other men want to be and other women want to sleep with, doesn't just give everything to the girl right away because she's a girl. A top 5% man makes her work for it, makes her earn it, makes her show her respect, makes her put the cards on the table. And if a man is unafraid of losing his access to her bedroom fun to get those behaviors, she knows that that man is superior. Because only a man who is unafraid of losing access to bedroom fun would demand respect. And in an unabashed, unashamed way. only that man is attractive to a woman. Keep that in mind.
Listen.
Get away! You junkies.
Crackheads.
You crackheads. You're disgusting.
You just love that.
That's how beta males
we
appear
just
to women.
want that on such a low level because that's why people look at pimps with such admiration.
No, they don't.
Let me
virtue signaling.
Maybe
fucking finish. Women, of course, women don't look at pimp, but if you looked at what they do, minus what you think they do, which is beat a bitch to death and all that, the idea of being able to talk a woman into selling pussy and all the proceeds from her pussy come to me willingly, that's some motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
That's what all men go. See, when
what about
people,
when a woman can do that?
You can, you know what? You go, can I have something to eat? Here's my pussy. And I'm going to imply that you will get some. I am pimping you with my vagina. Which makes it so much more powerful for me to talk you out of the most important thing in this situation.
That's exactly right. Right. That's a demonstration of charisma, right? It's a demonstration of charisma. The guy is demonstrating, right? He's demonstrating that he is able to convince a girl to compromise herself, basically, for him. And this is why players are so respected. Guys that can, sleep with a girl within 20 minutes of meeting her. He can talk a girl into bedroom fun without a date, without, just with his words, right? Just with the promise of a future to come. It's a beautiful thing. That's called having game, right? That's called having charisma. That's what it is.
But I think that you...
Oh.
Here we go.
What happened, baby? What's going on?
Someone just
She just was actually. She just said, "Oh, she fainted and shit."
Exploded in the chair. All those years of knowledge, her head exploded. That was it.
I'm fainting.
I mean, the analogies that you're using, they're
it's
boggling my mind. But
it's just it just shows your lower level of understanding with that. But I think some men actually do want somebody they can have a conversation with, that they can intellectually understand. Who understands.
We do want that, of course, but I wouldn't choose a good conversation over an 18 to 23-year-old girl. I wouldn't. If I had a choice between a 55-year-old woman who's amazing conversation as my wife and an 18 to 23-year-old ditz, you know who I'm choosing every time. And it's not because I'm shallow. Well, in a way it actually is. Because the 18 to 23-year-old, why am I making that choice? I'm making it because that's male nature. Men want to have children. A 55-year-old woman isn't going to be able to have my children. Now, if she's 35 and has 2 children from a previous guy, I also don't want to marry that. And why? Because she is given the greatest honor that a girl can give another a man to another man. I want the greatest honor for myself. I don't want some other guy to have it. I want that. And this is why Kevin Samuels said it best. What can you give this man that you've never given another man? And it's very important to think about. What can you give this man that you've never given another? And if the answer is nothing, well, I'm afraid you don't make a very convincing argument as to why the guy should be with you.
Understands their mind,
but it's after
and
the
I hope,
sex,
and I hope, and I
it is
maybe
after
that's
the
true. But sometimes
No, it's absolutely true.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what men do. Let me tell you what men love. Let me tell you what man love is. Let me tell you what man love is. Man love is this.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious. We make a decision on many women that are in our life. We decide that you're the one that I'm gonna make sure is okay. I'm like, you know what, out of all these women, you're the one that I want to make sure you have everything you need. Are you hungry? I'm going to get you food. Are you thirsty? I'm going to get you water. Are you cold? That is what love is to us. Our love is not even when we go coochie coo, is what we think you want. We're thinking you need that. Because what we do, we're the provider. We just want to make sure you are good. And
that's right. That's accurate. It's protection, it's provisioning. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. And by extension, the children you have together as well.
That's the choice. That's the choice. We're not looking for love. Because, I mean, I tell my girl all the time, you know, look, it hurts her feelings. She goes, why you... Like, if we discuss me cheating, right? And I say, I don't cheat on you. And she goes, well, why don't you? I go, well, because it'll hurt your feelings. And she goes, is that it? And I go, well, what the fuck else should there be?
What kind of girls do you? I don't know them kind of girls.
What else? You know them, and you're one of them. We're gonna talk. And it's like women want something else other than what we can give you. I love you, and that's all I fucking got for you. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I got. I don't got extra shit. I don't got a reason behind it. Our love is taking care of you. And you want more. You want our love to be like your love, but our love is not like your love.
But then
that's absolutely true. And actually, women have a lot of trouble understanding opinions or perspectives that are not their own. That's called solipsism. So a girl is going to think by default that the way that you think is the way she thinks. The way that you reason is the way she reasons. And by extension, the way she reasons is the way the whole world and everyone reasons. If she comes to a conclusion, she assumes that that's how everyone thinks. Of course, that solipsism is why they believe that men can love the same way as women. And they can't. They don't. In fact, and there's more, guys, and this is a huge revelation as well. The revelation is the following. Men are the romantics and women are the pragmatists in relationships. Men put this ideal love onto girls, right? And you know, attach it to them and say that this is how you are and this is how you should be. But that's not what women are like, actually. Women are pragmatic. Is he tall? Is he strong? Is he fit? What's he doing for me? What lifestyle does he provide? What can I get out of this? That's what women are like in relationships. But they try to convince you, right, that they're the romantics, right? But they're really, really not, guys. They're really not.
And some of the ones who say that they love you, they want you guys to be like or whatever, and they want to feel like you got their back and I got your back. Well, if that's the case, if all they want to do is take care of you, then how come aren't all of them running out taking care of us?
Because you're assholes like you, nigga.
Well,
that's right. Why aren't men just going out and taking care of girls? Because girls aren't worth that, right? There's so many girls that have demonstrated through their own behavior that they're not worth a relationship. Every day, you need to convince your man that he should be in a relationship with you. And if you can't do that, then he is going to drop you. He's not going to marry you. Why should he be with a girl that's not convincing? Why should he be with a girl that doesn't want to work every day to please him, to do things that make him happy? Why should he want to be with that? He doesn't. And I don't mean all the loser men out there that you're not interested in your opinion, they're losers, because obviously they're not. And the 5%ers, the guys that the only guys you're interested in, they're a little different.
I love you.
Well, I must say, Patrice does hit on an important point, because I think women. So I think we do have two very different value systems in and around love, and I say
that's right. Men are romantics and women are pragmatic. Okay, on to the Reddit post. This is from Relationship Advice, posted 18 hours ago. My wife hit me in the face in front of the kids. She's 33, he's 34. I've been with my wife for 8 years. We have 2 kids together, ages 6 and 5. My wife has gotten physical with me a few times. It's not an occasional thing, but she's punched me or slapped me. I've never hit her back. I've shoved her when she was hitting me. This doesn't occur often, but has happened. The other day we were arguing about something and it got pretty heated. I left the room to calm down and walked into the living room, and then she followed me in. I raised my voice at her and she punched me in the side of the head. My 2 children were sitting on the couch a few feet away during this experience. My youngest doesn't seem to really acknowledge what happened. My oldest late at night gave the side of my head a kiss and asked me why my mommy hurt me and wanted to play doctor to fix it up even though there's no physical mark. I love my wife, but in front of my children is the final straw. I brought this up to my wife and told her I was highly considering divorce, and she began bawling and promising it wouldn't happen again, and even offered for us to go into marriage counseling. My oldest is stuck to my hip and keeping the distance from my wife. My wife would never hurt our children, but I hate to see my child fearful. I grew up in a bad household and wanted better for my children. I'm not sure if I should believe my wife and agree to marriage counseling. Advice? You see, guys? Now, other way around, there'd be something different happening, like a metal box. Top comment. There's a crisis counselor that commented, and that says to prioritize the children's safety. Commenting here to say, depending on where you live, engaging in physical domestic violence in front of the kids can lead to child services getting involved and sometimes removing the children from your care, if it's proven that you failed to remove them from the situation. Witnessing this leads to trauma and long-lasting mental health problems. Please do what's best for your kids and yourself. It's never appropriate, especially in front of children. And this is where we're going to end the episode, guys. I'm sorry it ended on such a sad note. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, go to my Patreon and subscribe, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M. Just click more under the video. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourselves. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.